Here's what I have to say about Uganda. Nothing. No words do it justice. If I wanted to show you how Uganda changed my life, I'd have to take you.
Had the privilege to go to this country 3 times now for a month at a time. And traveling there is so humbling and just so not what you might expect.
Uganda wasn't just a good story or a cool experience. It was a month of my life where I immersed myself in a culture that I was not used to, and I immersed myself into a way of living that I'm not used to, and around people that I've never met before. And it's something that's constantly in the back of my mind.
I went there with the idea that I would help the people, but what ended up happening was they helped me. You see so many things about Africa, mostly negatives, but what they leave out, just like pretty much on every news station with any piece of news, is the positive and the beauty of the world. Uganda is full of amazingly inspiring things, and the beauty of the place is remarkable. The beauty of the people are so inspiring. They work so hard and they value each other.
Have you ever been there with a band fighting for education today?
Diane and her team has continued to come to Uganda, and they have done tremendous job. And especially from 2014, I invited her to come to Arua in the West Nile region. And since then, she has continued to come with students to do work in Arua, mostly working on establishing modern libraries in schools, and also supporting young girls with reusable sanitary pads to keep them in school.
And the work I've been doing for years is around young adolescent development and around developmental assets that all young adolescents need to be successful. New coming into this is that young adolescent girls in West Nile, between the ages of P5 to P7 or grades, they drop out of school. 60% of them do not finish P7. And of course, that was an imperative that called me to think about what interventions could we do to allow that to change.
It helped many of these girls that we've been working with in these small target groups to feel more empowered about their bodies and their ability to pursue their education despite some of the challenges that they face simply because they're women.
We built 7 libraries, 7 menstrual hygiene hubs, and so that they have more access to actually be able to wash their pads, and we provided menstrual pads reusable to girls for the past 3 or 4 years. So the idea is if they have external assets such as resources around menstruation, education around sexual reproductive health, and if I could help them build internal assets around empowerment and personal identity, could we then look at what the impact of that would be?
On behalf of my people, on behalf of my community, I do sincerely appreciate the work of FOYA Uganda, especially the work we do with the young girls and putting books in the hands of vulnerable children, and our recent publication on BDBD, the untold stories of refugee girls. I think that's a very important work FOYA is doing in Uganda. Most NGOs focus on the big picture, but everybody forgets the small picture. Everybody forgets about the untold stories, and that's the story that FOYA is trying to tell.
I am so proud. You are my women.
Anne just says it best that, we're not going over there to save the world or save Uganda or save the children, but you will find that Uganda will save you in the end.
We